what I noticed when I let myself go and just gave, that's where you get in the Bible. You let go and let God. Well, let me tell you what that really means. So let go and let God, they're really talking about let go of all of this intellectual deep shit that you think you're doing. And let the God come out in you, God. You got the God force, that God power. That ain't God because you're melanin or whatever. Because you can have a melanin and be a fucking human. And half you still are. Melanin, chakras, pineals, kundalini, all the good shit, and be a fucking human. You can have a race car in your garage, but only drive it to the Quickie Mart. And that don't make you a race car driver. Until you using it on the racetrack, then you can be called yourself a race car. Until you have a motherfucking race in that car, and you got a car, but that don't mean you racing it. So you got melanin, kundalini, pineal. That don't mean you using it. The God is a mindset. And that mindset is beyond human. That's why you understand the mind of God. If you think like a human, that's what that means. If you think like a human, you won't understand the mind of God. Like half your friends don't understand you right now. You said, I try to explain, Patty, they just don't get it. They don't understand the mind of God. You have the mind of God because it's your thinking that makes you God. God is a frequency. And here's the news. That's not the end game. The God frequency is just the highest thought in this reality. They have codes for higher thoughts. Those are called chaos beings, which all forms of creation or potential creation, that's called potential energy. That energy can become anything. Creative energy is already spent energy. It's energy that already has a definition. A cat, a rose, a hat, a dog, a flea, a tick. Those are creative energies that already have a designation, either kinetic or actually spent energy. Potential energy is like electricity. It can become any appliance that you plug into. We are chaos beings. Our melanin is the substance of chaos beings that have not only a reality in here as physical and spiritual, but a reality in the ancient world. It is the primordial substance that dominates all substances. But it needs to be spiritualized with your thoughts, and you have not done that because you think like a human. You think about your job and how to win. You don't think, and you do have to do that, but you don't put that in this small category. So when you let God out, these things will start to, these minor things called your job, your mortgage, your rent, your kids, the police, taxes, court, and all the rest of that shit becomes a small thing because in your mind, you think it's your greatest challenge on planet Earth. It is. But your real greatest challenge is to get in touch with your divinity. So you have to lose yourself in all of these symbols, all of these deities, all of these mythologies, all of these lectures. Figure out how to fucking heal yourself with peach soda. You have to do all of these things to start actually having a one-on-one conversation with who and what you are as a motherfucking God. You need to understand this, because once you understand this or have this understanding, all the other shit you've been sitting around reading about, watching fucking YouTube about will actually come online as actuality to you, actual hands-on experience to you, not theories that your pride holds on to because you're the black man or whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, or you the queen goddess woman. That's a nice fucking title, but you're not living up to it with a human mentality. God, force, power, or the God head, as they call it, means you're run by a different system in your knowing, not in your thinking, in your knowing. You know thyself, know enough to become, all God is a creator. So to be God down here, you have to be master creator of your reality, not the creator of a rose and a dove, that shit you learned in the Bible, a swallow. That ain't got nothing to do with it. It's talking about to be creating the reality that you want. God is a motherfucking magician. Mm-hmm. Magic is what God is. So I am God, therefore I am magic. You understand? Because I create what I want. I create my home. I create the people around me. I create my emotion around me. I create the women around me. I created the one woman that's my soulmate to make the connection with me. I get what I want because I step up and have convinced myself of what I am and what I need to be. Therefore, on the top of my crown is God 7. I mastered earth. And if I walk out the street tomorrow and a piano drop on my motherfucking head, you best believe I'm the one that said, Maestro, let the music play. You best believe I'm that. So he said, oh, Panic was magical. A piano dropped on his head. Good. Now I go back to my throne while you sit around and wonder if your ass is going to get beat by a white police officer. Put my hands up, don't shoot. You can have all of that. If you die and how you die and however it comes, you're going to die. This is not forever. Just because you eat vegetables, don't fool yourself. You're going to. The 100-year-old vegetarian, I've never met him. You're going to. And that's because you have to go. You're supposed to go. You're designed to go. You're not here forever. So however you take that leave is how you chose it, whether you're aware of it or not, because you made these choices before you got here. Because if you're saying you didn't make these choices, if you're saying someone put you here and you just was born by your parents' will, then I have to ask you, God or goddess, well, who was it? Shit, we getting a whole bunch. Karma, I'm getting in trouble for karma. Well, who's controlling it? That's over you. That you can't supersede if you're God. That's why white people run around and do what they do. Because if they don't believe nothing's bad, nothing's bad. Karma has nothing to do, karma has nothing to do with good or bad. Karma has everything to do with cause and effect. So if you believe that cause or that effect is bad, then by golly it would be. But it will not be based upon your thoughts. So if I don't have a human reality of good, bad, good, evil, good and bad, and all the rest of that crap, then that doesn't matter. Now I'm a black man. I have a good heart. I have compassion. So I see compassion, and I understand human compassion, and I'm sensitive to humans who need that compassion, you understand, in situations. But what's going on in my heart, because I moved beyond that, because I evolved into the God mind. And let me say this, if you think you're catching a hint of arrogance from me right now, number one, I should be. And number two, where I can humbly say I spent at least 10 years trying to show you how to do the same thing.